Is anyone picking you up?
Yeah, there's this guy Henry that's gonna give me a ride to Deer Creek. He'll be there waiting for me.
Okay, but just be careful, you know?
Oh, honey, I'll be fine. This isn't my first trip exactly, but...
Yeah, I know. But still. Have you thought about where you want to go when you come back?
maybe we could go to Greece or Italy? I think Amanda would love it. You know how much she loves mythology.
Sounds lovely. Let's decide when you get back. Is everything packed?
Yeah, I've checked the list twice. Everything's packed. And most importantly, the Supermom socks that you and Amanda got me.
Have you washed them?
Oh, you gotta wash socks?
Nah. But anyways,
Oh shit, the taxi's already here. I gotta get going, honey. Remember to pack her clothes for tomorrow. Her dino is on the green sofa, okay? Love you, hun. Give her a kiss from me, okay? Okay, bye. Oh, this will be perfect. Thank you, Henry. I should grab my stuff and get going. The fire died out during the night and I'm freezing. The matches I brought shouldn't run out, and my journal keeps me on track on what to do. I better make a fire. I don't want to come back to a freezing cold cabin. Henry already prepared the firewood. Ugh, should be fine just tossing a match in. I doubt I'll get any warmer immediately, but once I come back, there hopefully will be some warmth in here. It's the list of reminders Henry left. Mostly common sense stuff, like making sure to get a fire going before bed. It's the list of reminders. I'll save these for later, should I need them. I'll use this later with my medium format once my reference photos are taken. I wonder what's inside. Looks like a family photo. I try not to interfere with the history of the places I visit, but I can't help myself collecting old photographs. I am a photographer after all. A small family of 3. I found this in the cabin. I suppose they stayed there. It says Thomas Adams, Mary Adams, and Rosalind Adams on the backside. A small family of 3. It says Thomas. I should focus on mapping out the place first. At the back of the north wind. Bedtime story, I'd assume. Looks like she froze mid-dance. Nice detail, the butterfly wings on her back. The glass keeps her safe. I can't get to her. This key should wind up the tone wheel. I should focus on getting... Perfect fit. Everything should be good to go. Now to take the reference photo. I hear the wind howling outside. A wagon lies broken along the path. Yeah, I saw the wagon just a minute ago. I went straight forward from there.
Good. And you went up a small hill?
That's right. I'm a bit out of breath after the climb, actually.
Just keep going forward and you'll see the camp soon.
There it is. I can see it. I can see the camp.
Now, listen up. It is important that you always keep your radio.
Henry? Can you hear me? What the hell is going on here? Strange. This is a military-grade flashlight. It shouldn't just give up like that. The moonlight is strong enough for me to see where I'm going, though. I'll be fine. A fully loaded wagon lies broken beneath the snow. Did they leave it in a hurry? This looks like an office. This huge painting kind of dominates the whole room. I guess it was meant to. This must be the foreman. There's no oil. Just a pair of empty journals. They didn't leave it unlocked, unfortunately. It's an old photograph. It's a group photo, probably of the people who lived here. Their names are written on the back, along with their roles. What a motherly aura this woman gives off, and it's just a photograph. Dora Evans worked in the cookhouse. I bet she had her hands full keeping the men well fed. Jane Miller. It reads she worked in the infirmary and also in the cookhouse. She looks concerned. This is Samuel Levine, the shopkeeper. Bit slimmer than the others, with sharp eyes. My goodness, what a gaze this man has. This is Edgar Flynn, a logger. He looks like he's carved from stone. I sure wouldn't want to get into an argument with him if I were one of the other loggers. A woman with long blonde hair, just like the man to her right. She's beautiful. That's Linda Grady, the teacher. Clearly much younger than the rest. Morgan Wright worked as a logger. Quite handsome, actually. I wonder what brought him here. A rugged-looking man with deep-set eyes. The mustache really frames his face. That's Sam Barnes, the camp's blacksmith. Hank Grady, logger. His blonde hair makes him stand out from the others, but there's a weariness in his eyes. There's a woman with the same hair. Maybe they're siblings? Norman Jeffrey. He looks to be almost 2 meters tall. Unlike the others, there's no job listed for him. Thomas Adams, foreman. He looks pretty stern. I suppose you had to be running an operation like this. Quite an elegant suit for a logging camp, though. Thomas Adams, foreman. Mary Adams, wife of the foreman. She didn't seem to have any real duties, as none are mentioned. My gosh, she looks so pale and weary. This large burly man is Charles Miller, a logger. Damn, those shoulders could probably carry a whole tree. They were made of sterner stuff, these men, that's for sure. I'll put this in the backpack in case I want to read it later. October 14th, 1887. The men left this morning as dawn broke. I pray the Lord will guide them. October 15th, 1887. Yesterday's search was fruitless. The men could not find any trace and came back empty-handed today as well. October 16th, 1887. There's no more text. It seems like they were looking for someone. I wonder what happened. It's out of oil. The drawer is locked. Of course it is. The drawers are empty. They're all empty. No point in carrying old junk around, even if it's antique. Empty, unfortunately. What a scene. This will be a great shot when I bring my medium format. Grim looking thing. More rust than file, it seems. A thick leather apron. Looks well made. Oh, there's something inside the pocket. It's an old photograph. Sam Barnes and Hank Grady seemed close. Sam Barnes and Hank Grady seemed close. A thick leather apron. Looks well made. An old cast iron stove. Its hatches rusted shut. This must be a wheel for one of the timber wagons. Goodness, that thing is enormous. A lot of paraffin lamps in here. This must be where the men slept and rested during their free time. There's a mirror on the wall. Strange to think that the men looked in this exact same mirror while shaving 100 years ago. Jesus Christ. No. I shouldn't let my imagination get the better of me. My mind must be playing tricks on me. A brush and some shaving tools. I don't need any of this. What's this? Seems like a hastily drawn overview of the area.
I guess it shows where the men worked.
Miller covered the woods to the south of the foreman's cabin. Barnes ventured west towards the western brook. Flynn covered both the south and the north. He must have been quite the woodsman. Levine went east towards Peregrine Peak. Flynn covered both the south and the north. He must have been quite the woodsman. I don't smoke. Lemonade, frozen.
I should focus on mapping out the place first.
I doubt I'll need. The bellows has ripped. I suppose the men entertained themselves with music in their spare time. Looks like an infirmary. Guess the workers got hurt regularly.
I should start on getting my reference photos before I start altering. 2 metal syringes. They seem to be empty.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not trip with this poison in my backpack. Rusted, locked, or frozen shut. Either way, it won't open. What the hell is this? Laudanum? Contains alcohol, opium, and morphine, apparently. There's still some left in the bottle. A worn stretcher rests against the wall. Old and worn sheets. Spiderweb and dust. Kept the workers warm while recovering. Those are all the nearby buildings, but there must be more to Deer Creek than this. I'll have a look around. I can see the camp extending in the distance. This must be the creek from which the camp got its name. The bridge connecting the 2 parts of the campsite has been completely demolished. Maybe this could work as a makeshift bridge if I could just find a way to fell it. I should be able to find something in the filer's shack. There were plenty of tools lying around in there.
I guess I need to find something to get that tree down, even if it means meddling with the past. Yeah, I can't just not try to get to the other side.
This wagon has already made its last venture. This crane is massive. It's too heavy to turn by hand. This pipe directs the smoke outside.
I might need to reconsider moving stuff around. Otherwise, I won't make it to the other side. This might come in handy.
The last flame died a long, long time ago. Bellows for the furnace. It's locked. It's locked. Let's see if I can get this thing open. Come on, you bastard. Who were you, old soldier? Looks like Hank Grady served in the Union Army during the war. There's a distant look in his eyes, like part of him never made it back. It's not all that heavy. It's a bit flimsy and really blunt, but I think I should be able to sharpen it. There's a workbench over here. I think this will work, but it's going to take forever. I'll head back to the cabin and sharpen it there. That's all the reference photos. Time to head back to the cabin and get started sharpening the axe. Good grief, it's cold. I'll toss some logs into the fire and get started on sharpening the axe. If I can get this thing sharp enough, I just might be able to fell that tree. This trip certainly starts out differently.
Mrs. Adams, I would advise keeping a journal. It may prove beneficial in alleviating your condition. At first, I did not know what to make of Dr. Williamson's recommendation. At the time, I thought nothing of it, as he was yet another man of medicine, attempting to somehow distract me from a melancholy, as they had seemed to giving up on finding a cure for my condition. I cannot say that I blame them. I have lived with this affliction for so long, I failed to remember what it was like to be without it. If ever such a time truly existed, how the keeping of a journal might be of any use, I do not know, but I suppose it is worth the attempt. The men began to fell the trees nearby and framing the buildings. I must admit, it's quite impressive to behold the manner in which these closely bound men work, with steady hands and quiet efficiency. And as dusk falls, we gather around the cast iron stoves we brought to rest from the day's hard work. I watched Thomas as we traveled deeper into the land. I sensed his growing anxiety, as the terrain proved far more impassable than what he had been promised back in the city. The promise of untapped land had been too great a lure. He had set his mind upon proving himself a man of industry, and in that desperation, I fear he placed too much faith in the words of the silver-tongued land broker. There was no turning back though, only forward. He maintained his composure in front of the men, but I could sense his doubts about this endeavor. I didn't want to burden him even further with inquiry, so I kept quiet. Regardless, the men continued their diligent work, and within a few weeks' time, quarters for the men and women were erected. A cookhouse and a barn had their roofs laid. It felt wondrous, seeing civilization take shape upon this most wild of frontiers. We were meant to reach Deer Creek much earlier, but, as with many aspects of this endeavor, things proved far more difficult than anticipated. I feared the circumstances would be hard on Rosie, but she surprised me, as she so often does, playing with and cherishing every small insect and creature she came across. She even sat beside the loggers and chatted, much to Thomas' dismay and my ill-concealed merriment.
Mr. Flynn, did you know that I love dancing? I had a dream last night that I was a ballerina. A real ballerina. How old are you? Have you always had such a thick mustache? I'll be turning 8 in 2 weeks, and I've wished for a horse. Because I love horses. And butterflies, too. They're so beautiful. Do you have any wishes for your birthday, Mr. Flynn?
Yeah, peace and quiet.
Oh, Mr. Flynn, you can't give someone peace and quiet because it's not a thing.
Well, I wish it were.
That'll leave a blister. One thing is for certain, I'm no blacksmith, but hopefully it's sharp enough. I'll save these for later. I'll use this later with no time to rest. She needs a tone wheel. The glass keeps her safe. I can't. Should fit. Nothing happens. She needs a tone wheel or there won't be any music. Shouldn't the sun be up by now? What's going on here? No, that isn't going anywhere. Well, that's the end of that axe. The other side of the camp. I wonder what these buildings were for. Seems to be some sort of living quarters. It's a laundry room. There's a mangler next to a large wash tub. Looks like a barn. A storehouse. Damn, it looks like a storm went through. Christ. I need to have a look at that door before I leave. What's this? Seems like someone didn't want anyone to enter or leave. A dining hall. Cutlery's left on the table as if they simply disappeared. I wonder what this building is. Looks like a church, but there's no cross. A school, maybe? It's no use. The door is blocked from the inside. I should take a look around. The door's blocked, so this might be the only way. It still feels like a bad idea, though. Oh, goddamn, my shoulder. Oh, fucking hell. Well, that was stupid. I'm not telling Peter about this.
Yeah, it seems like the window is my only way in. Hopefully I can find something that can help me reach it. Perhaps a ladder or a rope?